Welcome to the No A-Hole Policy Podcast, the show where you'll find three sisters who talk about everything and nothing all at the same time. So grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and let's see what madness we can get into tonight.
Welcome back. Yes, that was Gabby's shocked face. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are so excited. Welcome back to season 3, and we are live. Hello,
Woo-hoo!
all of our YouTubers.
We did it.
We did it. Yeah.
We have been talking about it for a while.
We have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think we were just like, let's just do it. Yeah.
Yep.
So here we are. Welcome back to the No A-Hole Policy. It's very early in YouTube, so I'm going to say A-hole. I think most people understand what that means. But welcome to the No A-Hole Policy. If you are new, welcome. We're excited that you're here. If you've come back, we've had 2 seasons, and you can find us on Spotify, Apple, all your favorite podcasting platforms. My name is Angie. I am the eldest of these 2 beauties, sisters. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourself?
I am Christine. I am the middle one, the one that dragged them kicking and screaming to do this live. So, hello.
That is true. Yes. And I am Gabrielle. I am the baby. I'm the one that keeps both of them young and, and relevant.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, there we go.
All right.
That to the list.
There is that. I just
How many minutes are we in?
About 90 seconds. Okay.
All right.
Gabby,
okay, it's time for us to be relevant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I know all of the relevant things, which I don't.
Yes.
So welcome to our podcast where we gather. We have a very kind of sort of loose topic every week. We try. And I think with the 3 of us with 3 different viewpoints, we try to cover various topics, some serious, some really not serious, more on the latter than the former. But we're really here to have a good time. We're here to grow. We're here to have some friends. We're here to build a community where people can come, have a discussion, disagree, agree, have some tequila, agree some more, and then love each other, and then we all move on. So it's basically kind of what we do in a nutshell.
Yeah. And don't be asshole. Well, don't be a-holes. I think we're
Don't be
past the
a-holes.
15 seconds, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely 15 minutes.
Okay.
It was definitely don't curse for. And when I just want us to take a minute because Christine, when you were like, yeah, we don't really curse that much, we'll be fine. I was like, okay, because we definitely curse all the time.
Okay. Well, I don't think the A word is a curse word.
Okay, that's okay. Technically it's a body, it's a part of the body.
I do not think in medical records we are saying the A word. We're not.
Do you use derriere or
No.
well? So that is a good question. How do you reference the butt in medical terms?
Oh,
Well, it depends. If you're
Yeah,
referencing,
rectum.
well, can we wait 15 minutes and then we can go back? Because I don't know what's going to happen because we're new here. You can reference it on a medical term. Anus,
Rectum?
I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
anus.
Rectum. Yeah. Gluteus
Rectal area.
maximus.
Gluteus maximus. If you're talking
I
about
don't
the
know.
muscle,
Yeah, I'm not writing. I'm not a doctor.
Tailbone?
I'm not. That's not your
there-
A.
I know, but like if we're talking about what do you refer to that area, and we're talking medical terms, wouldn't you think that there would be multiple medical terms for that whole area? Like we were talking gluteus maximus, that's like the muscle, but behind the muscle is the tailbone. That's like at the bottom of your coccyx, right?
I just don't think if someone comes in with rectal pain, they're saying my tailbone.
Okay.
No, they're going to say
I think we're
Their
looking
rectum.
for an alternative for
A-hole.
A-hole.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, the glute.
the glute.
okay,
The
don't be a
big-
glute.
Yeah, don't be a glute. Okay, there we go. New merch idea.
Don't be a glute. Okay. So So this is us. So this is our new channel. As you can see, we've gone on YouTube. So we have a very little practice. Well, no practice.
Zero
None.
practice.
So this is brand new for all of us. Website coming very soon. Hopefully by the time this is live, the website is up. Fingers crossed. We shall
Fingers
see.
crossed.
Fingers
Right.
crossed. We shall see. But since the end of season 2 until now, what's been going on? I mean, we've had a lot. It's been a very busy summer.
Been a very busy summer.
Yeah.
It's been a very busy summer because I think we met in May and now we are in October.
That's very
Yeah.
true.
So, what's been going on?
Well, I have done some traveling.
Mm.
I forgot that I did this until we were I was finishing up writing some notes. I went and saw Dad. Took the boys, which was fun. I took them to DC. And driving there, I forgot that drive is wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and the drive back was even wilder. I don't know if that's the right term, but whatever. It was wild, the wildest of wilds. So, but yeah, so we did that. Then I actually had a really nice mommy daughter, weekend with my eldest, which was really, really nice. I had
What'd
a
you guys
really good
do?
time. We went down to Fort Lauderdale. We stayed down there. She's really into books, so I took her to some off TikTok. I found a bookstore in Fort Lauderdale, and I said, let's make a weekend of it, and had such a really good time with her. I've
That sounds
never
like
really
a
done
really
that.
great
Yeah.
trip. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We came back and I took her to the Everglades so she can do the speedboat thing, whatever.
Uh-huh.
So did that, and then
And it
came
was
back
just
and
the
got.
two of you?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I really
Yep.
love that.
Yeah, had a really nice time. I
Yeah.
mean, she's 30 and I've waited 30 years to do something like this with her. She'll probably be mad that I mentioned her age,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Mhm.
That's just life. So, whatever. But we had a really nice time, which I really it actually brought me to tears a little bit when I was there. I was like, wow, this is really nice because I mean, she's obviously an adult. She's, 2 kids and a boyfriend and whatnot. And it was just really nice to spend that time as an adult with her, so that was really precious.
I'm so
And
touched right now. I didn't even know that you went on this trip. I didn't even,
you
and
didn't know that?
and like what a great idea to like think about something that she enjoys and then you're like, let's just make a weekend out of it. Like I love the
Yeah.
spontaneity of it. I love the thoughtfulness of it. Like and
Yeah.
just like you said, that moment there is like, and I think I like think about this more on the child perspective because obviously I'm not a parent, but the whole like evolution of you
Mhm.
starting to have like that adult relationship with between that parent and child.
Yeah.
It's like it can be so cool, like just to kind of
Yeah.
evolve from into that. So
Yeah, it was really sweet. And Angie let us use her I don't know, her perks or miles or her something. So that was really cool. And it was a really nice hotel. So we were excited
nice.
about that. So we had a really nice time.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, and
because it's happening with me. My girls are 21 now. So it's really, there's a big difference between my relationship with them now than it was just 2 years ago.
oh yeah.
It's really, really, really different. And it's really nice. It's really nice when you can really enjoy the people that they are. And I was actually
Yes.
saying that to someone yesterday. I'm like, I actually really like them. Like,
Right.
I really like them. Like, they're really cool people. Like, I really enjoy talking with them and spending time with them. And, kind of I'm like, even if I wasn't your mom, I'd hang out
Yeah.
with you. Like, you're kind of cool, So
Yeah.
I like it. It's a very different dynamic relationship. I love it. Yeah. It's
like you can breathe a little bit better.
You can.
Yeah.
You know what?
You're not holding your breath the whole time.
You're not holding your breath. And there's something refreshing about knowing that you raised someone that is not going to be a total pest in society.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say a completely different word.
Oh, well, I was going to, but I realized that I'm trying to. But
We're still not at the 10 to 15 minute
yeah,
mark.
we're trying,
Yeah.
trying to
Okay.
clean it up here. Clean it up
Because
here.
I was like thinking of like alliteration, like a total, and then like I thought there was like a T word coming. I was
Maximus.
yeah. Well, okay, that too. But I'll tell you once we get past 15 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Got it. Got it. But there is something really refreshing. Like, okay, I know that you're not going to be a total drain on society out there.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
you're going to give them enough to work with, but you won't be a total drain on it. You right.
Mhm.
So
Right.
there's something really nice about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're
love
fun
it
to
in a
hang out with.
relationship.
Yeah, contributing members of our society. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what Dad always
And they're
used to say.
and they're funny. Her
Oh, they're
girls are funny. The girls are
hella
hilarious.
funny,
Yeah.
hilarious.
They are very funny.
Yeah, they that is a strong suit for them is their sense of humor.
Yeah.
And I love that because I crave for somebody to get my personality. So so throwing digs with them, it's the
Oh.
best because they can give it right back. And I'm like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's my niece.
I think one of the things that they have that I really enjoy is that they don't take themselves too seriously.
Too serious. Mm-mm.
Yeah, they don't get kind of too worked up into taking themselves, overly dramatic or overly serious. They're like, nah. Yeah. So yeah, that happened to me. It sucked. Oh well.
Yeah.
They can kind of shrug it off relatively easy.
Yeah.
They can take a punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can, but then they can give it right back. So I love that.
Yeah,
I think you have to be able to in this family.
you do.
Yep.
I'm like I'd be surprised. Like I feel like almost all of my nieces and nephews can handle that to a degree because
Yeah.
that's just how. I mean, I personally don't think it's a bad thing. I'm sure other people might be looking in, might be like, y'all are really hard on each other. I'm like, it's love.
Yeah, and it's not like it's something that's going to be new to you. You know what I mean? It's not like you really, if you're a jerk and we call you a jerk and we call you out, you already know that
You
we're
already
gonna
know that
say
you're a
that.
jerk, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not, it's not taken by surprise.
Right. No. I mean, sometimes we catch people by surprise.
If other people are listening.
Mm-hmm.
I guess best to hear it from inside the family than out on
Right.
the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It prepared me.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, I didn't like if somebody else came at me with something, I'd be like, oh, that's all you got?
Right. Like I just got
Like,
tore up by Titi.
Yeah, get
That's it.
creative, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. So what else has been going on with you, Christine?
Child, the kids went back to school.
Mhm.
Ooh, wee. When that summer was over, got back from daddy's, packed them up and ready to go. You have got to go back to school. So Lydia started middle school. That I was more concerned about than I think she was. So she started middle school and she likes it so far. We're only at 2-3 months in, depending on what part of the country you guys are listening from. So some people might be only a month in, but we start in August. So getting her acclimated there. And Elijah is in 11th grade, so still going strong, and he's on his track to graduate hopefully on time next year. So we just had that conversation today. And Robert, he's in college, so he's on track to possibly get his degree next year, maybe, I think. Yeah. So doing that. I finished Games of Thrones
With an S.
with an S.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. It was great.
And when you say you finished it, you mean like you finished the entire series?
I finished it all.
Wow.
I was in my feels. I think Angie came in to watch like the end of the season with me, and the whole time I think I might have hit her like a couple of times, like, oh my God, I was tripping.
It was
Um,
awesome. It was awesome. Because I said, don't finish it when you get, and I was kind of like running into the room to see where she was. And I'm like, okay, pause. And I'm coming in here to watch it with you. Like, because I just could not wait. And I was just like, I was watching her watch the show because I just knew what was coming. And I'm like, I cannot wait. And then it was happening. She's like, what? Like, and then of course kids are like coming into the room and she's like, patient as all get out, because I would not have been that patient. I'd have been like, get out. But she was like, yes, can I help you? And they're coming in and I'm like,
That's very different from what we heard from her in season 1, where she said she'll just churn up the volume to get somebody to stop talking.
I don't know what's happened. I think maybe because I feel like sometimes my kids will come in all the time. Easy within an hour. If I'm just sitting here, maybe 20 times for nothing.
That's not an exaggeration. I've seen it happen.
So it's normal. Like, yes, because it was late, a little bit late, and I wanted to make sure that whatever they needed, because what is it that you want so you could get up out of this room, because it took us maybe 3 hours just to watch a half an hour. Because they were just in and out, in and out, in and out. And I'm like, oh my God, can we just watch this, please? And then they just want to talk, and then they're leaning on the bed, and it's like, okay. So yeah, trying, patient. I don't know, but yeah. So finished that. I I took up a new hobby, and this is because in season, I think 1, episode 12, I believe, it was rabbit holes. And this is where we found out Angie was all into BTS and all this kind of stuff. And all there we go. And I think you and I we liked watching cleaning stuff and
the rugs, the carpet ASMR, which I still watch. I still do it.
And I started getting into watching, and I couldn't believe how calming it was watching these people scrapbook with stickers and all this kind of stuff. So I was like, I'll do that. So now I'm scrapbooking. That's been actually really fun.
Do you have all the little tools to like very gently place down like all of your items? Yeah. And where did you get all of these items from?
Stores,
multiple. So you got them from multiple different locations.
Yes.
What's the most frequented store?
It's a close tie with the Dollar Tree. That's the green one, right?
Yeah, the
green one. And
look, I can see what's happening. I can see what's happening over there on that side of the camera.
This one?
Telling on you guys.
That's okay. You don't have to tell on me.
We're telling the world.
However,
but I have purchased 2 bags from there. So
I did get something for Christine in this package. So I'm emptying it out.
Yes. Is it stickers? I even got BTS stickers, so I can make a page for
her,
for Lydia and her.
Lydia.
And then I went to her house one day after.
Vintage stickers.
Yeah. I'll be there Sunday to pick them up.
Yeah, you guys are too much.
Yeah, I get you a whole bunch of vintage stickers.
Thank you, sissy. So and then Amazon is right behind. Okay. Oh, and then Joann's and Michael's. So maybe a couple stores.
Okay, so you do go to a couple stores.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I understand that we,
I'm just
I understand that you don't want me to go to Temu.
Well, Dad has scared me into a complete I'm just completely terrified. And plus, and then of course, after he sent me all the things, then you know how like your phone picks up what you're being sent.
Oh,
So then double down. So it doubles down on
it's
all that. It's like, so I got all
mhm.
these videos of like all the things Timu's doing with your information and like where your bank information is being sent. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to delete everything off my phone, trying to figure out how to unpurchase apps in the app store. It was dramatic.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, I should be concerned, but well, I have a lot of my stuff now and I know where I can go. I can go to Joanne Fabrics and Michael's and Amazon and the Dollar Tree and Sheen. I can get stuff from Sheen. I think I got something from Sheen.
Another conspiracy theory. They're another company doing bad things.
Okay, well, I got my stickers from there.
I don't shop at Shein, so I don't know.
I
And
think
not
I did.
because of any like social cause.
Reason. Okay.
I just don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did. But anyways. But yeah, that's all I wrote down everything. I think that's what I've done.
Okay. I've been like you. I've been
Uh-huh.
traveling a little bit. I did a little traveling.
And
Literally since the last, because the last time I talked to you guys, I moved back in with Dad for the umpteenth time, and I'm not at Dad's anymore. Although all of my house plants are, and he tries to blame it on me that he's had to revive some of my plants, and I'm like, sir, they were fully revived when I brought them to you. There was no reason to revive them. They revived when I gave them to you, so you didn't need to revive them unless
they were revived already.
They revived.
So he revived them from his own undoing of.
Thank you.
Okay.
Of unviving.
Girl, he was trying to give me her plant, at least one of her plants when I was there. Because he wanted to. Because apparently I needed. Well, his whole thing was he wanted to be the one to say, I gave you oxygen. There's free oxygen. I'm like,
wait, what?
What, Dad? I can't believe you don't have any plants in your house. I can't believe you don't have any plants. You should take one. I said, those are Gabby's. And I need to give you some oxygen. Okay, Dad.
He believes that if he gives you a plant, he's providing you free oxygen.
Yes.
Oh, fair. Okay.
We get it.
No.
I mean, he provided us life, so. Or he like gave part of it, right?
I feel like the more we talk about Dad, the better understanding people will have of us.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just at least the reasoning of the thought process of how. Yeah. Okay. All right.
1,000%. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So I have moved again, all the way back to the place I said we wouldn't be coming back to, which is Washington State. And so we are here again. And it's been great. We had a really nice summer. So I mean, I don't like, so that's the thing. I don't have that much to share other than I've just been outside a lot. We've done a lot of hiking, and we're just, trying to become debt free, which is near impossible with inflation and the cost of living in the state of Washington. So, but we're finally making progress. So, I really thought it was going to happen in 2023 because debt free 2023, it like rhymes. I thought like that means it should happen.
What?
Or 2024 debt no more. I mean,
okay, well, there you go. Okay, so
you're welcome. Okay.
Thank you. Debt no more debt 2024. No. That's my new slogan because that is when it will be achieved. And if that doesn't work, then we're back to debt free, or debt is unalive in 2025. So it will just keep going.
No, my money is alive in 2025.
Oh, my money is alive. Okay. Merch.
Call me if you need some more. I got you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's really what I've been focused on is, just working and trying to become debt free and trying to buy that land so I can start a farm.
Do have you spent any significant time talking to anybody who actually lives on a farm and what the day-to-day life is like on a farm?
Yes, kind of. So we go to the farmers markets here locally in Washington, which obviously like farm life here might be a little bit different because the seasons are different from in Virginia. But then I also joined a farmers listserv in the state of Virginia through Virginia Tech. And so that got me connected with like a few other resources. So I would say like I've had brief conversations. I probably would say like not significant time, but I've had some brief conversations with some people at the like local farmers markets. And then I just tried to like get involved in the communities. And there was this like one really cool program that I wanted to go to, but they weren't doing anything virtually. You had to like be in person in Virginia, and I wasn't there at the time. Um, but I'm hoping that if we are able to just get our own land, start growing our own food for our own consumption, just so that we can stop being so reliant on like the mass produced food and food that has like all of these like I'm really trying to get out of eating processed food. It's hard because like I'm obsessed with it. Like it's so delicious. like like
Uh-huh.
sugar is so good, but it's like so bad for you. So like I know that there's this life that I want because like I feel better when I'm eating like fresher foods. Um and I just want to be able to grow it myself. Like I just want to become more self-sufficient. Like I know it sounds crazy and I might sound a little like doomsday-ish, but like I totally want to become like a sovereign little entity. Where I'm like not reliant on, like I want to do all the things like collect rainwater and like solar panels and like just build a land that is self-sufficient for itself, but then also find a way to teach others on like how to grow food. Yeah, because I think food security is important. And
Yeah.
if people know how to grow their own food, then, maybe they'll find new ways of doing that, especially like in urban areas. Um, so yeah. So that is my long-winded way of saying no. I haven't spent a significant amount of time.
Well, I mean, and you can, because you don't know what you don't know, right? And like
Yeah.
that's
Right.
a really
Uh-huh.
lofty goal to go from like, you know, urban life into like
Oh,
off grid life, right? But
yeah.
you can start small to like wean your way in
Exactly.
there. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
just grow like basil,
Yeah.
grow your own herbs.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think like Facebook groups, there's probably a lot of Facebook groups, and they're probably, and the one thing that I like about Facebook groups is that they're all collectively looking for answers. So
Mm,
they're asking questions that you probably never even thought of.
that's so true. Yeah.
And you can like, oh, I hadn't thought about that. But you can see kind of like the camaraderie and what
Yeah.
they're going through. And then maybe you'll know, okay, I want to do that, but not that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like well
So
in advance.
I guess maybe I don't do Facebook groups because I'm not on Facebook that often, and like Instagram is my drug of choice. And so because it
I'm
is
not on Facebook either, but I am in a couple of groups that I just
Yeah.
go just for
just for
the
that.
groups. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I
So
hardly ever, yeah.
I follow like a lot of like
Hmm.
farmers that are doing like not massive like enterprise farms, because that's where I want to start. I want to start with just like I just want to start getting our own experience in like growing our own food, in learning some different techniques, seeing if there's any techniques that I've learned that I can start to apply in like the climate of Virginia, right? Because like obviously some of the techniques I've learned are specific for the climate of Senegal, which is like very different from Virginia Beach or from like central
Yeah.
Virginia, you know what I mean? And the different types of soils and like the different like way that the land moves and all that kind of stuff. So there are some things that I want to test and see like, can I integrate that into like techniques that would be applicable for the area that I'm going to be in, and then just start learning. So that's why I joined that listserv, because they have like a ton of courses that they just offer for free for farmers. So I feel like if I could just get there and be there in person, then like it's just so much better to like network in person and maybe visit a farm. Like I've also looked at doing volunteering at farms, because then like that reduces it reduces the requirement for me to have the land. If
Right.
like I just start volunteering, then I can start getting the experience of just being there hands-on and meeting people and just learning from what they've learned.
Sure.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I
I have
totally
to
want to be a
say,
farmer.
I'm so impressed when we talk about this, because the commitment that you have to do what you want to do is amazing, because I'm not that committed to that. That just blows my mind of volunteering and all that kind of stuff. I don't even want to be volunteer PTA. You want to go volunteer on a farm. I don't want to volunteer. I figure parenthood is volunteer enough. So I'm so unbelievably impressed that that is what you want to do. I mean, you've been wanting to do this for a while, and
Yeah.
but the
I
commitment
think
that you have to have. I'm glad that you're here to save the world, because I
mm,
bring on the GMO. I'm good. MSG, I'm there.
it's
Give me the
delicious.
process. Yeah.
It's yummy. It's fulfilling. Like, and that's the thing. Like, and I think that you can say that about anybody who is
Mhm.
going after like their own thing, right?
Right.
Because I have realized that like because I can even say for myself, like I'm definitely not as disciplined as I should be. I feel like if with a little bit more discipline, I could probably make more progress faster. I'm also tired from work, you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
I've really realized that like the people who have found success is like in like their businesses or like in their entrepreneurship or whatever their goal is like there's that discipline. There's this discipline of
Yeah.
having to do it when you don't want to do it, having to do it
Yeah.
when you are tired, having to do it or wanting to not even have like maybe not maybe even changing the language a little bit, not having to do it, but wanting to do it and just like making yourself do it, like even if it's just an hour every day of doing a little extra
Mhm.
research here or like reaching out to the next person. And so that's where like this like I'm on this little 3-week vacation right now, and I've spent a lot of time trying to do some reflection on like where are parts of my life where I can become a little bit more disciplined, because I have some goals that I want to achieve, and I know I'm not going to achieve them unless I like put the
Mhm.
discipline into it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so
No,
yeah.
it's Gary, it's super impressive to me.
Well,
I'm
thanks. I'm
impressed by you,
trying.
sis. I think
I
it's
love
kind of
you.
awesome. I love you too.
Just make sure you have some goats because I want to play with the goats.
Oh, girl, we gotta have goats and sheeps and chickens, all of them, and little llamas. Llamas are really good for like keeping your chickens safe.
How
Who
about an
knew?
alpaca? Can you get some alpacas?
Yes,
Aren't
those
they
are
cute?
really
Okay.
cute. Those are
So
adorable.
Aren't they cute?
so the chickens are you gonna be able to eat those chickens?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. There are meat chickens and
Egg
there are
chickens.
egg chickens. So there are different types of chickens.
I'm
And
not
then chickens
eating
are also
one chicken wing from your farm. I will go
what?
buy it from Publix.
Do you understand how good chicken tastes when it is not mass
No,
produced?
no.
Okay, the reason why I know is because I've spent, almost 2 years eating like just fresh
Yeah.
chicken from
I'm not
like
doing
people
that.
who are it is so incredibly good. The eggs are so much better. The
I'll eat the
yolks are,
eggs. I'll do the
but you won't
eggs.
eat the chicken?
Not a chicken wing, not a chicken foot. I'm not a giblet,
Well,
ziblet, whatever.
okay,
I'm not
but
doing it,
why? Why?
because
Like
I don't want to see little Henry running around if I'm visiting you and you say, "Oh, we're going to have
we're
that for
having him for
lunch."
dinner.
No, that's not happening. No. No. Get my chicken from the stove. No.
Okay, well, we just won't show you which chicken you're gonna
So
eat.
I'm not eating any meat from your house. No. You can
We
You
might
forget
know
it.
what?
have
You probably
lamb
I'll bring my
chops.
own.
You'll
I
bring
will
your
bring
own.
my own.
Okay.
you
Yes.
know what you
I'll bring in
probably
my
should
Publix bag and bring it.
you know what you probably should do, Gabby? You probably should definitely go to a farm and uh do the
The slaughtering.
deboning and the
Yeah.
slaughtering. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've been trying to expose myself. There's these two women. I can't remember the name of their farm, but they've been doing it for quite a while, and they've recently been showing how they produce their meat, because they do a ton of meat production.
Yeah.
Like they do meat production for sale. Like they're not doing it just for themselves. And so they were kind of going through the whole process. And there's some like, and this is gonna sound weird. There are some pretty cool machines that will help like take like the feathers off and like do some other things like that. But look,
But I'm
it's
saying
really
it's something that
humane.
you should probably. I don't disagree. I mean,
Yeah.
but I know that there are places where you can go and do that.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's
Yep.
something that I would definitely encourage you to go do and experience, so that
Yes.
if you get there and you're just kind of like, not my jam, I'm just going to eat the eggs, then, you
Yeah.
know, then
Yeah,
you
do
know.
that.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna have meat birds because we're also
No.
gonna have sheeps and goats. And do you know how much meat you can get from one single cow?
Gabby, I am not going to visit Virginia and eat a lamb chop. I'm not doing that.
Well, you're
I'm
gonna
not
be
doing that.
missing out.
I'll miss out. Throw me a cucumber. Pickle it if you want to.
Okay, all
I
right.
don't care. Season it with, steak seasoning. I don't care.
Uh-huh.
I am not eating one piece of meat from your crib. No.
Okay.
Especially if
Well,
it's been running around outside. Hell no.
but
No.
that's like where they go. That's where they are. They're outside.
I will bring a bag from, what do you have, the Piggly Wiggly out there, or the
Uh-huh.
Kroger's or whatever?
I don't
That's
think,
what I'll
we
do.
have Piggly Wiggly in, I think, in some parts of Virginia. I think because I think I've seen a Piggly Wiggly out in like Richmond
Yeah,
area.
not doing it. Or maybe I'll just bring my own fish. You're not gonna have a pond out there too, are you?
We actually are. We're
Oh,
gonna,
fuck that.
yeah. David wants to be able. He wants to do like a fishery. Yeah, because
I'll bring my own food.
You can do aquaponics on your fishery. So you can do like a fishery that's like fertilizing your aquaponics, like growing your microgreens and your lettuces and your herbs and stuff.
I'm not eating at your house. I'm bringing my own food.
Okay, bring your own food, girl, and you're gonna be missing out.
Honestly, I am not eating. I just don't want to eat your pet. I'm not doing that.
It's not my pet.
Yes, it is.
It's no, darling. This is livestock. This is animal husbandry. This is raising animals for the purpose of
Did you say husbandry? What
Okay,
is that word?
husbandry.
Husband?
Husbandry. It is like having enough animals that they then procreate and they have like
Yes.
yes, animal husbandry is like a
I'm
term.
going to
The
Dad's
only
house to
reason
eat.
why the
He'll
only
give
reason
me
why I know
GMO.
that is because it was one of the requirements when we were animal husbandry, a branch of agriculture concerned with raising domestic animals. The reason why I know that is because that was one of the questions we were asked in the Peace Corps was like, are you comfortable with animal husband? Like, would you be comfortable being in a household? And I was like, we had goats, we had lambs or sheep, which I guess I never know the difference between, but anyways, we had sheep, we had goats, we had chickens, we had a guinea fowl. That bitch was so loud. Are we 15 minutes in?
Well, you're good. You're good.
That guinea fowl was loud as hell, but you know what I mean? That's what we had. And so we were constantly, we had new like baby goats that would be born. I've seen so many animals born now, way more than I ever thought I would ever see in my life. But you know, and I've seen them slaughtered because again,
What about the milk? What kind of milk am I having at your house?
I mean, if we decide to milk cows, then cow milk or goat milk. David's a really big fan of goat milk. He drinks goat milk primarily. So probably goat milk.
I'm going to Dad's to eat.
We'll just bring this
With all of his expired food.
No,
Do you
we'll
know
just bring
everything at the sushi? Did you say sushi?
Yeah, we'll just
Yeah.
bring the sushi.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not getting it
That's
from your
what
pond,
Uber
am I?
Eats is for. Okay?
There we go.
Like, go on, Gabby.
Uber Eats
Bring him up.
off the grid.
Yeah.
Actually, there's that new Domino's has that new drop a pin, right? There you go. You can get Domino's, girl.
I'm gonna have them just drop a pin. Yeah. You don't have to put the address. You just drop the pin on the map.
And Domino's will drop off wherever, even if you're just maybe out in the park. They'll bring you a pizza.
We will
If I'm on a farm, they'll bring it to the farm.
Exactly.
Next to the chicken coop.
Yeah, I'll have sausage and Pepperoni.
There you go.
I want that kind of meat.
Yeah. Okay, so Angie, we've been talking. What have you been up to? It's been since by May, June, July, August, September, October. So it's
What
like-
the?
I was counting.
This is the one that's gonna live off the land.
Yeah.
That's how
I'm
you
going
count.
back to I'm taking it back to the earth, baby.
Taking back to Earth. Well, I got sidetracked because this sticker is so cute
Okay, what does it say?
because it says it's an alpaca, dumbass, is what it says on there. Which is
That's
It's
great.
an alpaca, dumbass, instead of like a llama, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
Which is
I
like,
love it.
what is the difference between an alpaca and a llama?
Well, alpacas are way cuter. I mean, I'm
Well,
sure
duh.
that there's somebody listening going, oh my God. All I know is that the alpacas are fluffier, they're cuter, and llamas can
Mhm.
be a little bit mean.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Okay.
We will come back with an
Very
answer on
easy
that
ways
next
to
time.
distinct. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll come back with an answer. TBD. How's that?
Yeah, the
Oh,
cute one is the alpaca.
It's been a busy summer. We moved into our new house. So we bought a house over the summer.
Whoop, whoop,
So we moved
whoop,
into our new house. I don't have the green thumb as much as I thought I did, but I think it has more to do with that it was very, very hot over the summer.
Yes.
I mean, brutal. So it's now starting to cool
Mm.
off where I'm spending more time out in the garden.
Yeah.
I'm trimming more, last week I spent a lot of time on the rose bushes, and today I went outside and they were like blooming like mad. And I was like, oh,
Well, it was beautiful.
So-
It's been beautiful for 24
Mm.
hours here.
yeah, it's
Mm.
been really nice. So I've been spending a little bit more time out in the garden, but it's been really nice kind of getting settled in and kind of, working our way through it. So getting settled with the house and then getting settled with Jesus. So been yeah. That's been
Oh,
happening.
how the turntables. Usually Christine's bringing up Jesus first.
Yeah, getting right with Jesus. I've been doing a foundations class, which is 14 weeks every week. I've been doing it with Charles, and we've been going every week. And it's been nice. There's been some days and nights where we come home where we're like, I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't like that part. No. Mm-mm. But then I have to go, oh, do I not agree because I don't want to, or something else. So then I'm just like, let me pray on that. And if I'm meant to address it, I'm going to let him bring it to me. So I'm just going to remain open, but he hasn't brought anything back. So I'm good. But that's been interesting and really kind of just more strengthening my relationship with Christ. And that's what Charles and I were just talking about that today. And because it's a lot of information, when you're doing like a 2.5 hour Bible study with the pastor every week. It's just kind of like, fire
And he
hose.
talks fast.
And
Yeah.
he talks fast. So it's really like 4 hours, it's just like, and it's a lot and it could feel very overwhelming. So Charles and I were talking about that today. And I said, when I feel like that, I try to just go back to the basics, which is I just want to work on my relationship with him. And then I'm going to let everything else fall into place. And I'll just kind of like pick one thing at a time, so right now it's just working on my relationship with him and practicing my listening skills, so when he's talking to me, I'm hearing it. And not only just hearing it, but listening with a little bit more intention and following what he wants me to do. So, that is.
It's so cool to watch. It's so cool. It's actually a real blessing to watch.
I feel like I'm more manic than ever because I just won't stop talking about it.
But isn't that what happens? Like, isn't that what
I think
happens when
so.
you start like like, isn't that like naturally what happens when you start to have that stronger relationship? It just flows out of you, you know, that is
Yeah.
like, isn't that him working through you to be like, continue to spread my word and like
Yeah.
share my love with, I mean, I don't, that's what I've always taken away from it is like share my love with everybody, right? Like that's what we're here to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's true. I actually had a very long conversation with my mom the other day. Which I don't even know. We probably talked for like 2 hours, and we're from different faiths, but it was really kind of one, I don't even know where the words came from. I mean, I do today, but at the time I was like, I got in the car and I was like, I don't even remember knowing where that scripture came from. Like, because I don't remember anything. I just know the stories, but I don't make it a practice to remember scripture numbers and stuff. But I was actually repeating scripture numbers to her. And I'm like, I didn't realize until I got back in the car and I'm like, did I make that up? And then that night I went to Foundations, and I'll be a monkey's uncle if
A
the
monkey's uncle, honey.
monkey's
monkey's
uncle.
uncle.
If the scripture was not written in our book for study that night.
Oh, wow.
I took a picture of it and I sent it to Christine. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I can't. And I had talked to her earlier in the day, so she knew that it was already a discussion. And then there it was in the book that night. And I'm like, but it was all about the Holy Spirit. So I was like, oh, so the Holy Spirit was talking. That's what that was. Yeah.
Honey,
So
the Holy Spirit busy in her life.
Holy
Yeah.
Spirit has been busy in my life. Yeah. And then I know this is probably not going to come out. You know, we're recording a little bit early, but I am aware that it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the last year and a half has been wild, because in March of 2022, yeah, I was diagnosed with bilateral breast cancer. So not something I brought up in our podcast or talked about. We just charged right through it all, not talking about it. So if you go back and listen to some episodes where I was a bit weepy, cranky, grumpy, pissy, whiny, moany, all of the above, that's what that was. I had surgery, had radiation. I'm in full remission, healing, doing all the good things. I feel grateful, beyond grateful for all of the blessings and the abundance of gifts that I have received across the board. So I didn't deliberately try to keep it private. Well, I did deliberately try to keep it private, but
you did.
I didn't share. I
did.
did. But I didn't like share it publicly, you know, through social channels or anything like that. I was always in awe of people who chronicled their journey outwardly. That is, for me, I was like, at the time, I didn't really think anything of it until it happened to me. And then when people do that, it's so refreshing and brave. And, you know, I'm so, you know, I didn't want any attention, basically. I just didn't, for me, the attention would just feel a little bit paralytic, you know. I just kind of want to charge my way through it. I'm paying for that now. So now I'm in therapy because I kind of worked my way all the way through it. Kind of kept my head down, charged through, and now I get to the other end and I'm totally fine. And then you're like, no, you still have to deal with your crap. So yeah. But I'll
just remind you of my little tattoo that I have here, which is specifically what you're talking about, which is you cannot hammer out the check engine light and keep driving and think that you eventually won't break down, right? And this is my daily reminder of like, your emotions are there trying to tell you something, and you can put them off for however long you want to put them off for. And sometimes totally necessary for your survival. You know what I mean? So like, I also want to call that out. Like sometimes it is absolutely necessary to pack those things and charge on and charge through and do what you need to do. But then there is going to come a moment where you're going to have to deal with like whatever that is, you know? But yeah, that is my little no hammers. You can't hammer out that check engine light. It's going to come for you either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think me getting laid off forced me into that area, because all of a sudden now my mind was getting quieted because I wasn't working 18 hours a day, traveling and keeping myself busy, you know, with busy work. I was just doing busy work. When that was removed, and it was like, okay, well, what else do we have to play with? You know?
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Yeah. So, and Jesus only takes up so much time, because then Jesus goes, listen here, honey, we need to work on your stuff.
Yeah. I need to know how much you're going to be able to lean on me and give me and put your, you know, faith without works is dead. So you have to actually work at your faith, and you got to be able to give it to him. And yeah, it's God knew what he was doing through this whole time, from the time of your diagnosis to the time you were laid off, through living situations or whatever. He orchestrated all that. And thank God, with his sovereignty, you know, you're coming through the other side of that. Yes, in therapy, but you had to deal with other things outside of your breast cancer, right? So if this is the way to get you there, then guess what? He's going to do whatever he needs to do to get you there. And I think you're handling it with such grace, you know, and I think that you're more present now, you know, you're more present, you're more the awareness is, you know, tenfold, you know. So I think that, you know, you've gone through this year. Past 2 years have been interesting, but look at all the things that are happening in your life now compared to last year.
Yeah.
Even with the cancer, would you have traded it all in for what you have right now? No. Exactly.
I mean, I would do it 10 times over and over and over again to be where I am now and to know what I know now. I mean, it's
I saw this little clip yesterday of a interview between Anderson Cooper and I want to man, I don't think it's Stephen Colbert. Is Stephen Colbert, does he have the brown hair? Because you know, I get all of them mixed up, that they do the different shows like the Daily, but he was the one that used to do the Daily Show before the South African gentleman.
Oh, Stephen Colbert.
Stephen Colbert. Okay, so it was Stephen Colbert. Okay, so it's an interview between the two of them, and Anderson Cooper kind of because I believe Stephen Colbert has he is a very prominent, he's like a practicing Catholic, and he talks about his faith quite frequently. And in this portion of the episode that I saw, Anderson Cooper kind of, you know, postured to him about suffering and the things that we perceive are maybe punishments, or you know, like how do you cope with that, right? How do you see those as gifts from God? And I've never heard it put this way until I saw this little clip. And in the clip, you can tell Anderson Cooper, I think this might have been closely after his mother's passing, because he's kind of, you can tell he's almost maybe coping with a little bit of suffering in that moment. And Stephen Colbert said, he was like, you know, to exist is a gift, and with existing comes suffering. And he was like, and so understanding that is then understanding that, you know, waking up and being able to exist and to be able to go through whatever those moments are, like those are gifts from God, right? And I just had never had never really like perceived it that way, you know, because I think I've always struggled with that, right? When you when you perceive that a bad thing is happening to you and you try and make sense of it. Um, you know, I've always tried to, or I've tried recently to become more like let go of it, right? Let go of the control um and just try to understand that, you know, sometimes maybe you won't understand why something is happening until
Mhm.
you're years down the road from it, or until you reach what that final destination is, whatever that might be. But yeah, I just thought that that was such an interesting take on kind of answering that question that I think so many of us ask, which is like, if God is so great, and like, then why did these things happen, right? Like,
He never said
and
we won't suffer. He's never said
exactly,
that.
yeah,
It's not
yeah,
that ain't biblical. We
There we
gonna
go.
suffer.
exactly,
Dun, dun, dun.
exactly.
We go
But
suffer.
I think that I've gotten better. I'm not good at it. I'm just saying I'm a little bit better at it because I've had so many what feels like roadblocks of taking the punches probably a little bit easier because I don't know what he has planned for me,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I think we just read the book of Ethel, which I think was a really great representation of that when
Ethel,
not
book
Ethel,
Ethel,
sorry, Esther, sorry,
not in
Esther.
my Bible.
I was
Or did I
like
say Ethel?
Ethel. I was like,
No,
that's a new one. I was
no,
like,
no.
I went to Catholic school, and I'm like, damn girl, you did not read anything if you don't remember the book of
No.
Ethel.
Girl, Ethel.
Esther. Why did I say Ethel? You know why? We were playing the other day and somebody wrote Ethel Merman down as an answer. Remember when we were playing that game on Friday night?
Oh,
Somebody wrote down Ethel Merman and it has been in my brain.
Who's Ethel Merman?
No, Charles Ethel
what?
Merman when we were writing an answer to something.
She doesn't know who Ethel Merman is.
I'm young and relevant. Just I just wanted to say, now that we have video reactions, I'm
Okay.
going to do these things to see what kind of facial expressions I can, because we could probably make a compilation at the end of this season of all the wonderful facial expressions I can elicit out of the two of you. So, anyways, who is Ethel Merman?
Actress from way back in the day. You can look it up.
Mm.
But in the book of Esther, she is told how basically to sense how do you not know that this was the moment that you were made for?
Yeah.
You know, how do you know that this is not the moment that you were made for? So I'm better. I'm not good. I'm not great. I'm just better at taking some of the punches because I don't know what that is supposed to do for me or teach me, or doesn't mean
Or
that
who you
whatever's
can
happening.
or who you can be in the trenches with. You know,
Right.
there are a lot of people that are saying, I'm in the hospital. You know what? That means I got to talk to somebody in the hospital. I know a few people that are like that, that are like, you know what? This is where God wants me. I got to reach somebody, and then they're fine and they go home. So I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. And I think Ethel Merman is with I Love Lucy.
No, she is. I just
I
looked it
think
up.
so.
Y'all are out your mind, okay?
I'm not saying she's I Love Lucy. I'm not saying she's Lucille Ball.
No, she was from Anything Goes, Annie Get Your Gun, Gypsy, and Hello Dolly. She was never in. You're thinking, I know who you're thinking of, but her name
Oh,
is
that's
not.
Vivian Vance. Same difference.
Anyways, yeah. So that's what's been going on. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So Christine picked up scrapbooking, Games of Thrones, kids back to school.
Yep.
Gabby's going to go off grid. We're going to see her on the
Yes.
TLC network one day when they're coming to help save her, like that off.
Or when I'm saving all of y'all.
I'm not. By that time, I'm a vegan.
Okay.
Don't even play. I'm not eating anything from your whatever, your farm. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to eat Harry and
It's not going to be Harry.
Henry the Hen. I'm not doing that.
Oh, Harry, like Harry, not Harry. You were saying like HARRY, not HIRY.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Oh,
let-
you know, I didn't get.
Just let the moment pass.
Yeah, I mean, can I spell? What the heck did you do?
No, exactly. You were saying you were naming one of the animals. I thought you were describing one of the animals. Like, I thought you
Oh,
were
like hair. Okay. Okay.
I was the only one
No.
who understood what was happening here. And I was
Right.
about to intervene. And I'm like, I'm going to let this play out.
Yeah.
I'm going
Yeah.
to see if
Yeah,
they're
that-
going to resolve it here or afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Oh
very
my
close to after.
Yeah. I'm like, this might be a debrief moment. Okay. Okay.
But you know what? I didn't tell you. After watching Game of Thrones, do you know what I watched?
Hmm.
The
Ted
Dragon Show.
Jones. Oh,
What?
the Ted Jones show? Isn't that what it's
What?
called?
What?
Ted Jones? Isn't that the soccer show?
Oh,
Ted Lasso.
Oh, Ted Lasso.
Ted
Who's
Jones
Ted
sounds like a
Jones?
serial killer,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Okay. Yeah.
So,
And
anyways,
this
I watched.
means we've gone too long on this episode. We need to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Never mind. Okay. Uh yeah. So it's been a
Dragon
very busy summer.
Yes.
We've had a lot going on. We've packed a lot in like 5 months. Has it been 5
Ooh.
months?
Yeah.
We've done
Yep.
a lot. Yeah. We've done a lot. I'm really glad to be back.
Yeah.
I'm really glad to be back. I'm a little nervous about YouTube because it has open comments now, and people are really, really nasty out there in the world.
Bring it on.
So,
I need to test my thick skin.
I don't.
no,
I
no,
know what
not
my
really.
thick skin.
I
Yeah.
mean, like, I just mean like,
What do you mean?
I just mean like, I want to try and act like I don't care. I mean, because I will care, you know what I mean? But like, I feel like if you got, when you have to like fake it till you make it, like maybe
Yeah.
this will help test me a little bit. I'll be like, yeah, I don't care. Just,
I mean, I know it's going to happen because that is just the way the internet works. People are going to internet.
the internet
People
will
are just-
internet.
The internet or
Mhm.
internet. But my goal is to create a community here where it's just about the good people. We come here, we have fun, we agree, we disagree, but no matter what, we love and we love big. And
Mhm.
we want people to come here and feel safe. That's what we want. We want people to come here and be safe.
Yeah.
So you can comment down below in the comments,
Yeah.
if you disagree with something, that's fine too. We
Mhm.
just ask you be productive about it.
And not a
if there's any-
gluteus maximus.
And not a
Please.
gluteus. Don't be a
Not a
glute.
Don't be a glute.
Don't be a glute. Yeah. Don't be a
Damn
glute.
glutes.
Is that a merch?
Oh no, it's
No,
already
yeah.
on the list.
It's on the
Yeah.
list.
Don't be a
Okay.
glute.
Don't
Yep.
be a glute.
That will
Okay.
be available as of
Sometime.
this episode. We have a new website up. Hopefully,
Yeah.
fingers crossed.
Don't be a glute. Okay. Anyways, I had fun. I think this
Yes.
went better than we thought.
Girl,
Yeah.
I feel amazing. I really
Yeah,
do. I
I
feel
feel
like we
good.
were made for camera. We should do this every week.
I think we should every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday. Does Tuesday work for you, Angie?
Tuesday works for me.
All
Tuesday
So
right.
it'll
works
be
for
every
me.
Tuesday, y'all.
Okay.
Every Tuesday.
So, what do we have coming next week, Christine?
I think since we are going into the YouTube world, I think what we're doing is who's our favorite YouTuber?
Huh.
Or who are we YouTubing?
Huh.
I
Don't tell us.
would have to catch up. No, I'm
Oh,
not going to tell
okay.
you.
I'm like, don't.
Ted Jones. I don't know. But
That's great.
since I don't have a favorite YouTuber, I'm going to go have to figure out
Oh,
who I'm YouTubing.
okay.
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
obsessed with YouTube. So my
Yes,
list
I
is
know.
We know.
because I watch almost
Exclusively YouTube.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
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 I
Mhm.
think I'm will maybe be able to contribute 5-10 minutes. I'll probably take the first 15
to get us
Then
through the
you
no
can-
cursing,
Yeah.
and then we could just go to town.
Then you guys go do whatever you want. 'Cause
Gotcha.
Well,
I know both you guys are YouTube follow people.
I've only recently got into like become more into watching YouTube. It's been a more recent thing for me. She's truly the queen of YouTube.
Yeah, because she was naming stuff off the other day, and I'm like,
that's great.
all right.
There are some really smart, brilliant, creative content creators out there. I mean, just very, very smart people. And I
agree.
And it's
I agree with
just,
that.
I feel like I have better control over what I want to watch and what I want to see and what I can absorb rather than and I really do not want this to sound like mass media, but then what like the regular mass media wants to show me and produce for me, right? Like I get to decide what I want to watch and then I can just move on, right?
Yeah.
Not that Love is Blind is still not great because Love is Blind is amazing.
Oh,
yeah. So it's
wait. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Have you joined? Are you?
This is
are
what
you
happens,
watching-
everybody, when she can't get it out.
Are you watching Love is Blind now?
I just started
Yeah.
the last season.
Okay,
I'm like 3
you're-
episodes in,
On
I'm
season
very
5?
yeah, I'm very annoyed with someone right now.
So wait, have you seen all the other seasons?
No.
Okay, so you're brand new. Okay, so you're doing what I did, where I just came in on some random season. Just enjoy.
I'm
'cause
very upset right now with the way somebody's behaving. Very judgy. Very
girl,
judgy.
just all of it. It is the wildest show I've ever seen in my life. Just the fact that these people get married. I mean, trust me, like I've watched like some of the what are the reunions or whatever, where they say like you really can't understand it unless you're in it. Like the pods, there's so much stuff that they don't show from the pods, right? So they are probably spending a lot more time talking to each other, but it's just wild to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like so not like that. I'm so not like let's commit as soon as like I'm like let's commit after many trials, and let's go through some stuff. So this whole idea of just like liberally like just getting married to someone so that's so intense.
But no, there's somebody who gave this guy a chance after really big red flags.
Yeah.
I'm like, that would have been it for me. Huge. Yeah. So anyways, I do all that to say is I'm pretty well balanced. I like my garbage on mass media. I also like to have very smart people doing smart things on YouTube. So
we should have a Love is Blind episode, please.
Yeah.
I've only seen one season, by the way. Like I'm not even a Love is Blind person. I've only seen one season, and that one season was like enough for like a whole year's worth of drama. Like, oh my goodness.
I'm watching this year's season right now, and I'm like 3 or 4 episodes in right now. And I was like really pissed off.
Yeah, it'll do that to you.
How do you guys want to watch a show that makes you that angry?
I mean, it's not like,
I wasn't angry the whole time.
Yeah.
But there was a brief moment where he was like coming for her, and I'm like, what? You're judging her for something that happened 2 years ago? No. No,
thank you.
Yeah, I can't. I don't want to watch anything that gets me. No, that doesn't even sound like a good time. Right now, I'm watching Sister Wives. That's what I'm watching
on TLC.
I love it.
I'm done. This is everybody. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. Okay, this is going to have to be on a. This will be a topic.
Okay, you there's that board you want to get. One of the board we need to put Oscar music so that you can push it when it's time for us to wrap up. Yeah.
Where's my yodeling pickle?
That's what we need.
I'm gonna get my yodeling pickle.
That's our segue song.
That's our segue. We love you. Thank you so much for joining us. If you made it all the way to the end of the show, God bless you.
Yep.
We love you. We're so excited. Next week is YouTubers.
Yeah.
YouTubers that we like. My list
Yeah.
will be enough to
Everybody.
cover these two. If they need extra, I've got some to share.
Oh, I got lots. I got lots. I'm
Okay, we're
covered.
good. We just
Yeah,
we'll take care
I
of
got
Christine.
nothing.
We'll take care of that one.
Yeah,
I'll find somebody.
you'll find somebody. Like us, hit the subscribe button down below, give us a thumbs up, and
Oh,
drop down
yeah.
below, what if there's a topic that you want
Subscribe
us to cover,
How's that?
put it down below, because we only have about half the season planned out. So give us some ideas down below. We need some ideas.
I'm just pointing at things because like I know people do that. They're like,
Yeah.
look at
down
that
below
over there.
here. Yeah.
Okay.
So now you can put stuff everywhere. You've got so many options.
We do have
And-
options.
Just click one of these things.
This is what a newbie looks like. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Follow us on our socials. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a comment down below on what you want to see. And if we're missing another show that we should be watching, put that down there too, because we would love to hear it. And
Yes.
your favorite YouTuber. Why don't you go ahead and drop
Yeah.
that down there? Because we would love to open up to some new people. And maybe if you put something down there we already watched, we can be friends.
Yes.
All right. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye bye.